So the top questions that we had here were all about images. People wanted to know how to put an image into their WordPress site, how to align the images, how to link images, and links in general were a big question. There were a lot of questions about image sizing and compression, so we will talk about that a little bit. Alt tags and title tags, what they are, where they go, how you put them in, what they do. And then there were a couple of questions about header images. Header images are kind of tricky because it depends on what theme you've got. So we'll talk about how the header images have to be customized, and I'll give you a couple of tools that you can use if you want to create your own images and banners and things like that. All right, so I created this site a while back. I went through the certification courses. I did all the tasks, and so I came up with this site. So I have a page that talks about Jaxie and keywords, and on this post I have a little image of the Jaxie, and you can see that when I hover over this picture it says Jaxie, the world's best keyword tool. Now if I want to change that image or adjust that image size, I would go into the editor, and I have this image here which I will click on. When I click on that image, it pulls up, brings up a little box. If I want to move it around with WordPress 4.1, it's given me a shortcut button, so I can align this to the left, or I can center it, which puts it above the paragraph, or I can align it to the right, or I can create no alignment, which looks very similar to what the centering does. Now, for this particular image, if I wanted to move it, I could do a couple of things. I could remove it from the page and then put it in a different place. So in that case, I would go to where I want my image to show up on which line, and then I would go to my Add Media up here in the upper left-hand corner. Now I've already loaded that image, so it's right here. So I would select that. Now the first thing you can do is when you're inserting the image, you can put a new title tag on it. It's picked up the fact that I have a 125 by 125 Jaxie name on this particular image. So the title tag would be that if I didn't change it, but I'll want to change that a little bit here. Okay, so I've changed the title tag. So now when I hover over this image inside the post, this title is going to show up. I can, down here at the bottom of this, align right, left, center, or none, just like I had in the inside the post. So I'm going to align it right. And I can link it right now. I can link it to, by default, it goes to the media file, which points to this picture. So let me show you how that shows up. So right now I'll leave it at media file. And then I can change the size, except in this image, the size is 125 by 125. So I can't make it any bigger, but I could make it smaller. So I'll insert that into the post. And now you see that the image has moved from the first paragraph down to the second paragraph. And if I wanted to change the alignment, again, I click on the image and I can center it right there. If you're putting in banners and you use the image and then put in an affiliate link, this is usually one of the best ways to do it. So I'm going to move that over to the right. There it is. Inside the editor, there's also this pencil. If I open the pencil, it opens a whole box. I can add a caption to it. When I add the caption, update it, now you'll see the caption shows up below the image. So I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to change the title attribute. I'm going to make it the same thing as we have with the alternative text here. So now, when I hover over this item, it pops up that little pop-up window that says Jaxie, the world's best keyword tool. So that's the title attribute. This is the description. And the alt text won't show up on your page, but it will show up for the search engines. So it's very important that you put that in there. It's put right here in the alternative text, and what that does is it tells a page reader, and it also tells the search engines what the title and what the keyword is for your image. So this is a good place to put in whatever keyword you're targeting. In addition to that, you could also move the alignment around. So if I wanted to make that centered aligned again and update it, there it is. And that basically does the same thing as this. So now if I move it to the right with that image, you'll see that inside it's aligned to the right because the right is highlighted. Now if I wanted to put in an affiliate link to Jaxie, I would go down here to the media file, or the link to line. It's currently linked to the media file. So right now, if I go into my page and I view my page, let me update it real quick. So now I'm going to view what I created. Now if I click on this, it's going to open up the image in its own window and take you to the media location of that image. So now I want that image to link someplace else. And I'm going to do that by changing this box with the drop down. And I'm going to put in a custom URL. And you can see that this box highlights. And right here, I would paste in my Jaxie affiliate ID. And I can go grab that real quick, I think. And paste in my affiliate ID. And update. So now, after I've updated the page, viewed it, when I click on this Jaxie button here, this now becomes a button instead of an image. Takes me over to Jaxie. Now the one thing that didn't do was open a new tab on my browser. Typically when you have something that leaves the page or that leaves your website, like an affiliate link or something, you want to give people a way to get back. So by opening a new tab in your browser, and then inside here you want to open a new tab, and that's just a matter of, usually you'll see the advanced options closed. If you open the advanced options, you'll see a little open link in new tab box there. And now if I click on it, you can see that my original page is still open, as well as the Jaxie box or the Jaxie page. So if I close the Jaxie page, I'm back on my website, which is the way you pretty much want things that leave your site. Now, if you're linking from page to page in here, you don't want to leave your site. You just want to leave that turned off. While I'm at links, I can show you another. This is called internal linking, and I have another page that I've talked about keyword tools on this page. So I'm going to grab the link for that page, and then on the original page that I was on, I'm going to find a reference to Jaxie somewhere. All right, so here, keyword search software. So I've highlighted those words. Those are going to be my linking text. Then I'm going to go up here in the header, and I'm going to insert a link. I already saved off the other page that I want to link to, so I'm just going to paste that in there. And I can open it in a new window if I want to, but since I'm staying on my site, I don't want to do that, so I can leave that one unchecked there. And I'm going to add a link. So now you can see that it's gone from regular text to highlighted and underlined text. And if I click on that from this page, that'll take me over to the other page. You would do something similar if you wanted to put in an affiliate link. You would find something, it doesn't look like I have Jaxie in here anywhere. So if I wanted to link to the post inside Wealthy Affiliate that talks about long tail keywords, or the one that links to the alphabet soup technique, I would highlight that. I would go out to Wealthy Affiliate, grab the affiliate link from alphabet soup, which I just grabbed. So now I have this highlighted. I go up here to my link. I insert the WA. And in this case, I'm leaving the site, so I want to open a new window and add the link. So there I have long tail keywords actually leaves the site and goes to Wealthy Affiliate. And if I do that, I can show that to you. So now long tail keyword here will jump out to the alphabet soup page inside Wealthy Affiliate. And you'll notice that it opened a new tab up here in the top. So this is my original page. This is the page that opened and jumped to Wealthy Affiliate. Now, if I were not logged into Wealthy Affiliate, after roughly 5 seconds, it would pop up a sign-up page, and that would be attached to my link, my affiliate link inside WA. I have another site here that has some interesting images in it. This particular image is a pair of roller skates. And right now, in order to view this page, I have clicked on my media file right here in the side menu, the media library. So this image, if I look at it, you'll see that the dimensions here are 640 by 400. Now, I can edit that image if I want to by clicking below the image, in which case I can crop this image. And in order to do that, I would just highlight a box, and then when I get it, I can crop it. So now I've changed the size of that. If I want to If I wanted to save the new size, I could do that, and it would still be 640 by 400. If I wanted to change the actual dimensions of the item, click on Edit Image, and now I can scale this image up, down. I can't scale it up unless it was originally larger than 640 by 400. But as I change these numbers, you'll notice that the 600 changed from 640 to 600, 400 changed to 375. So what it does is it shrinks the image, but it doesn't change the width versus height ratio. And then if I wanted to restore that back up to the original size, I could do that and then save it when I'm done. Usually when you're done changing image sizes or something like that, you want to hit update. Now the interesting thing is, though, that inside your WordPress website, that does not change the amount of space that this image will take up. So if you're trying to do this to speed up the load time of your site, this is not the way to do it. What you would want to do would be to put in a smaller image. Inside my files, I've pulled down some images. This one right here, I don't know if some of you might have remembered this from one of the posts I did recently. It's got these lovely pink toes. If you look down here at the bottom of this image, it says that it's 5472 by 3648. That's a monstrous image. So I took it out and I put it through a filter, and I changed the size of it. So now I have the same image, but it's 1024 by 768. If you start with a large image and you shrink the size of the image, the higher resolution you start with, the better your image at the end is going to look. So just keep that in mind. I did the same thing up here for these cow feet in roller skates. So if you look at the original image, you'll see that it was 5472. I'm looking right down here at the bottom here. That's the size that these all come from, this particular vendor. This particular vendor happens to be called Gratisography. You can see that right here. Gratisography has free images for you. You don't have to provide attribution. You can use them anywhere you like. So some of you might want to write down Gratisography. It's a nice little site. Okay, so you can see that in some cases I've had large images and I reduce them that way. If I were to use software of some kind that would resize images for me, I suspect that I would probably use, probably everybody knows, or some of you know, that I really like GIMP. GIMP is a free image editor It has almost all the power that Photoshop has, but it's free. It does have a serious learning curve with it, but I like resizing images inside GIMP. If you want to use one that's a little easier to use, PicMonkey is a wonderful free tool that you can pull your image into. You can resize it, you can move it around, you can crop it. PicMonkey, PicMonkey. Another one that's fairly new but is a great little image editor is called Canva, Canva. Canva. Those are ways that you can actually change change your image and resize your image so that it takes up less space inside your website and will allow your website to load much more quickly. Smaller images will always load faster. If you actually want to get into an image and shrink the physical size from a file format size, Caesium is probably the right one to use. It's Caesium, and it's available from SourceForge. So it's caesium.sourceforge.net. And anytime you download from places like that, make sure you check and make sure that the automatic download features that they're going to add are unchecked so that you don't download anything extra that you don't want. Okay, folks, next couple of days on the Online Lab Guy, I'll put up a video menu item, and I will post this video. So go to onlinelabguy.com and have a look, see what's there. And thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice night.